Hello, I am Orange Cat, and this is my review of Fully Coolly Alternative Episode 2. Almost said progressive there for a second. Yikes. I like this episode in general. I think it wasn't quite as good as the first episode, but it was still a general solid outing. One thing I really liked, like I would like with any other Fully Coolly episode, was the fight scene. The fight scene was top notch. I just love the interaction between Kana and Haruko during the fight scene. And, of course, the line of the episode, women are from Mars, men are from Venus, I've got a giant penis. Just delivery was amazing. And Haruko was used, when she was used effectively, and she didn't, hog the spotlight completely, which helps the other girls in the show, gives them time, gives them room to develop as characters. Especially the karaoke scene towards the middle of the episode, you really felt the four friends kind of come together very well. The couple things I didn't really like about the episode was how obvious the plot of the episode was going to be. We all knew, you can tell early on when the black hair girl, forgot her name, and Toshio, the college boy, were in the car, that this guy was going to betray her in some way. He was going to be a dirtbag, and it was very, very obvious. Also, another complaint was that the schoolroom scene that immediately followed kind of went nowhere. It was just, oh, the boys are overreacting because they love her, and the girl's like, okay, just get the boys to shut up. And it just kind of went nowhere for a good 2-3 minutes, and it burnt clock. But at the same time, you know. Another thing I really liked about this episode was basically the monster design. Like you can say, yeah, it's a rip-off of Transformers. It's something Michael Bay would come up with, but I mean, especially just how creative the design was. They didn't go back to the tentacle everywhere type design you had like in the first episode's monster. And it's a little creative, and I like the creativity put into it. And that's all I can think about right now. If I have to give a number to this episode, I would give it, on the spot, I would give it about a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. A little below the 9 out of 10 the first episode, but still, very solid episode. Definitely better than the second episode of Progressive. But like I said, but another complaint I have just thought about, I'm sorry, was there's just too many callbacks in this episode. Fortunately, they're a lot more subtle than the callbacks in Progressive. But at the same time, I mean, you had the fire in the background and the girl standing there, directly ripping off the second episode of Fully Cooley's ending. And other subtle parts, like the whole, oh, she can't handle spicy food. Do you know who didn't like spicy and sour stuff? Nada! You get these obvious callbacks. And I guess it's kind of fun to be like, if you're a fan of the original, to point out them. It's like, hey, I remember this. This is a nice, subtle reference. It was very overbearing at points, especially in the first 10 or so minutes of the episode. But really, that's a small complaint because like I said, it wasn't nearly as blatant as Progressives. So that's all I can say.